My name is Jolie, and I am the volunteer coordinator for Lamplight this year. It is my first time helping with it. So far we have 10 volunteers to help us make this event happen. I'm also helping design or decorate the interior of the Welty Street Theater to bring the living rooms into these public spaces. The living rooms are kind of the signature vibe of Lamplight. And so in its 7th year, it has transitioned into public spaces like Welty Street Theater or the Annex, Micro Cinema, Sparrow, Squib, the Poke Shop, places like that that are more accessible and more public facing in the community. There is always rules to be filmed. So that I'm planning or hoping or going to be asking you guys to please arrive like 15 minutes or a half hour early at the hospitality house, and I will meet you there and kind of check in, make sure that you feel good about what you're doing, let you know what you are actually doing, and that is kind of the touch base space as well. Yeah, so Vanessa has some stuff to say about other Lamplight things.
Yeah, so I just wanted to talk a little bit about sort of the structure this year, because it's obviously very different than it has been in the years past. And as a volunteer who's kind of a face of Lamplight, you might be getting questions about what's going on or why things changed, or, you know, I don't know, who knows what. People are probably going to ask you questions. So I just think it'd be good to sort of lay that platform so you all have like a really good understanding of like why we're changing things and the decisions behind that, things that we've been doing, plans we have in store. So yeah, I think there's like a few like main issues and trouble spots that were coming up in years past. One of them was capacity. I feel if any of you have been to Lamplight, you know that like the bigger shows get maxed out like so quickly, and you paid $30 for this ticket to see this band, but then the living room's packed and you're like outside on the porch like watching them through a window. And you know, that's cool because we're selling all these tickets and bringing all these people in, and it's like jam-packed, but also we want to make sure that, you know, if somebody wants to see a performer, that they're able to. Safety is a thing. Those houses are not coded for the amount of people that we brought into them, and there were a few times where like we were like, oh shit, this is okay, and we just want to make sure that everyone's being safe and that everybody's safety is a priority.
Yeah, I've definitely done a lot this year. It's just been fun.
Yeah, why'd you do that?
I don't know.
Why'd you step up like that?
Yeah, I just care. I just care a lot about creating this kind of space for people, where you can have these like really intimate musical experiences, and to like create a platform for people who are figuring out how to express themselves musically. Like I've seen so many people have their first performance at Lamplight and then watched how that, like, including our band, like our band had one of our first performances at Lamplight, and it like propelled us into like a really successful year of being in a band. And I've seen that happen with so many people, and it's really important to make that space for creatives in the city. So yeah, it's addicting.
Yeah, and like for us at the time, that was the biggest show we could imagine. We're like, we just got asked to play Lamplight? Like, this is, everybody's gonna be there. Everybody that we've been going to their shows, they're probably gonna be present. So the space that it holds in the city and in the community, it's just every year it changes a little bit, and it's almost addicting to be present with that change and to be a big contributor to like the facilitation of that. So I know for me it's almost addicting to be a part of Lamplight, because I'm like, well, it's just going to do better and better, and things are going to change. We're going to meet these new people, and these other people are going to be impacted. And
yeah, at the end of the day, it's an art run festival, so it's art run put on by artists for artists. I think that's really special with comedy festivals.
Exactly, we're just humans existing with humans. We aren't like big hotshot producers and like mass marketing gurus who just like to do what we do.
We think we are.
The future. Fast forward 10 years and that'll be us. That's how it all starts.
As you can see, we are also always developing and learning new ways that we do this. So if you're confused or no, ask, and one of us will happily tell you, or at least find out the best that we can, and then share with you what we found out. So
Yeah. And if you see anything, have any ideas that you're like, hey, this could run so much quicker and more smoothly if we do it this way, just pitch it at us, because we're all running around like crazy and might not have the time to visualize new ways to do things. So you're on the team just as much as we are.
yeah,
So,
you're the extra.
thank you so much, everybody, for coming.
Yes. Thank you.
Feel free to chat for a minute, hang out, and kicking out. But yeah, and we're here to ask if you want to ask any one-on-one questions. I literally live here, so I'm not leaving. Hey,
It's playing.
Very good.
We're gonna get wild. No.
It's been crazy. This whole week, this whole series of weeks is crazy. I just started a new job last week, so it's like working that, trying to balance a new phase of life along with the festival, and just like being a human being in a new band and my own band. I feel like I'm trying to cartwheel through life right now, and I think that's the most fun thing. I love that shit. It's like, the busier I am and the more stressed out, I'm like, bring it on, I got this. Like, there's just something that kicks in. This year I'm working with these bands that are huge and way bigger than anything we've had in the past. So, I mean, there's a 26-piece orchestra, and it's just like, that stage block came in and I was like, all right, I need to have a phone call with this guy and like come up with a game plan. And it's kind of things like that I know it'll work out. It always does, but rolling into it, you're like, okay, I have 15 minutes between each set. How am I going to organize this so that everything runs really smooth and like everybody has their allotted amount of time to play and that nothing is running late.
How do you handle that amount of pressure? I feel like that is a lot.
I don't know. I just do it. I like it. Like, I feed off of it.
Where are we going?
Fox 17. Back to the news. It's actually been really cool. They have allowed us to have segments the past few years, so.
Is it weird at all going up to the station?
Oh yeah, it's like a spaceship. Like, have you ever been to one before?
John Hansen, and I am the founder and director of the Lamplight Music Festival. And yeah, doing all kinds of stuff, focusing on sponsorships, partnerships this year, as well as picking up thrifted items to decorate the theater and propagate that resourceful nature that the festival started as, and share the glory of beautiful thrifting community in Grand Rapids.
So you were saying?
So yeah, this truck has been a part of the Lamplight Festival and story since the first year. We were like packing this thing full of beer I don't know what else we had. We had like a deal at Founders that we knew someone who worked there that could like hook us up with low fills. So we ended up with like cases upon cases of low fill bottles of like Dirty Bastard and like the heaviest beer. It was pretty funny. But we actually have footage of that loading up the low fills. I started playing guitar when I was in 6th grade and have been playing ever since. And then started performing in high school, was in this like rock band, modern rock band. And yeah, just kind of kept the music going into my adult life. So kind of a casual performer, I'd say, and doing a little bit more of the like recording artist thing.
Can you describe what it was like when you had the idea for Lamplight?
Yeah. I mean, I was working at the Division Avenue Arts Collective and had just gone to this conference in Portland called Open Engagement, which was a social practice conference. And it was just about these kind of like social experiments that people were doing all over the country. And then I had a bunch of artists come in, like, wanna book shows the same weekend. And I had all these friends who lived on the same street as me and thought that what if we just made this a festival and booked everyone at these different houses and just tried that out and see what happens. So it was just a total experiment and it was great. I mean, there wasn't like a crazy turnout, but it was like enough to make it all worthwhile. And it just started as like, okay, standard house show, all the money's gonna go to the bands. We'll talk to some local businesses, see if we can get some beer, see if we can get some bread. I'll make soup. And yeah, it just turned into a really magical culmination of forces. And it worked. So we just kept doing it 7 years later. Julie, look what I found yesterday.
Wow.
I found the pheasant picture.
That's a good one.
This is $2.99 with a tan tag, so it's half off. Very stoked about that. You know, after we've been through 6 of these already, we've learned so much. Every year we're learning more. We know more about what to expect and how to prepare. But this year is kind of interesting in that we're stepping into this new territory and not being at houses, still trying to keep that intimate atmosphere going. So kind of building on what we've learned, we're preparing ourselves, but there is that kind of spark of like, yeah, we don't actually know what this is going to look or feel like, which I think is good too. That kind of keeps us moving too and keeps us excited, keeps the audience excited. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's cool. I like that we don't really know exactly what it's gonna look like.
You make music though.
But they're both looking
Okay.
straight.
Yeah, I'm playing a set on Saturday.
Do you make
Different
music in
camera.
this house?
Uh-huh.
It's like basically
Will you
like a
show me
teleprompter,
where?
but
Oh yeah.
glass.
Oh, I want to show you our sparkle basement.
They invented
But this is our sparkle basement. So yeah, this is where we practice and chill and have dance parties.
What kind of responsibility do you feel like as far as throwing this festival? Describe it.
The responsibility. I don't know. Yeah. I guess I feel like I have a responsibility as an artist and a performer. I feel like I have a responsibility to like create the kind of environment that I would want to be in. And like the kind of event I would want to show up at after driving across the country and like sleeping on floors, like the kind of place that I would want to come and make weird music and meet people. And at the same time, like, as somebody who goes to shows, like, I want to create the kind of space that I expect to be at, like, a space where anyone can go and, like, feel safe. And if you're 12 and you want to go see a show, like, you should be able to go. And so I feel a responsibility to, like, creating that for people.
It's really about like opening up music a little bit.
Yeah, just making it an abundant thing that happens in the city. Yeah. And making it so that you don't have to know the most hip, cool people to like know where things are happening. Like, I want it to just like be on the street where you're like walking around doing your day to day and there's music happening. Like, that's the kind of city I want to live in, where like that kind of stuff happens. So yeah.
Do you remember the first concert you went to?
Yes. It was NSYNC when I was like 7, and my mom took me and my brother, and I think she really just like wanted to go to this concert, but she like took us kids. So I remember that, but then like later when I was in high school, I remember the first like DIY show that I went to. It was in this hall in Muskegon, and it was like a hardcore show with like a folk singer who opened. It was a weird show, but it was so like scrappy and like patched together, but everyone that was there was so like on fire about what was happening in that room, and I'd like never seen that before. And yeah, that show was like a catalyst for like so many things to me. So
Cool.
How many lambs do you think have died at Lamplight?
I'm not sure.
Probably a lot. It's hard work.
Yeah, or in that gray bag, or
You're the explorer in the soul. You have a full-time job. To climb higher than before. Looking down on us all. And if you fall on your throwing on. Skip the stone more times than we can count. And no one will tell. I can calculate how much
So here's what you call a square lamp.
from the one mistake.
That's what you call a tall lamp.
Moving to hold true. They can defy allowance and make a fool out of this endpoint ever seen. You pull back the bow when you set it free, and it's well understood I start with plenty.
It's going good. It's going really good. Everything's going way faster than we thought it would. We got a lot of good help, and it made everything go really smooth, easy. We want to make the theater feel like not another show at the theater, but a little bit more of a living room. You're stepping into a different atmosphere, stepping into a new space, doing something new that hasn't been done before.
Skip us some more times than we can count, and no one will tell.
Are you gonna get to eat any of the food today?
No, she's not ready for that food yet.
No. Are you?
No, probably not
No.
me either. No. Gotta save it for the people.
Can you say Lamplight Music Festival? Come get your tickets now? No?
My name is Mark. Work in the kitchen for Lamplight, and I've been doing it for, this is my 3rd year. And I've just been doing it, trying to keep it consistent, keep the same people involved. Well-oiled machine, at least. So far it's worked out. We'll see how this year goes.
Do you do Thanksgiving dinner right after this?
Yeah, I do. I do a lot of that cooking too, so.
This is good like practice for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing over and over again. It's great. Repetition is wonderful, especially if it's consistent.
How important is soup to Lamplight?
Very. All food fuels the entire team, and the artists and volunteers, so that they feel more appreciated to be here. I feel like it helps it feel more homey, so that everyone is comfortable, especially people that traveled to get here, so they don't feel like they have to go out and get food. They can just get it right here, and it's nice and hot. It's free for them. So that'll.
What's in that box?
The box?
Yeah.
This is a special amplifier right here. That's how we make all the solid gold records. Yeah, solid gold. About Dos Santos, we're from Chicago. We've been to Grand Rapids a few times. This is going to be really cool. Play at the Lamplight Festival. Yeah.
So how far did you come from Chicago?
Yeah, we came from Chicago. We drove up today. We stopped at WYCE. Talked to those folks for a little bit. Maybe got a little broadcast in. It's pretty cool.
I guess why did you choose to do this show?
I mean, I don't know. This is always a pleasure to be asked to play a festival and be a part of this lineup. I think is going to be really awesome. This is going to be a really solid night.
That's neat.
Friday night, the first night. Right?
6:15 we'll get you guys loaded in and checked at 6:20. But you can, if your rig's already here, you don't need to worry about bringing anything else in, right? Okay. Beautiful. Thank you.
What are you doing right now?
What am I not doing right now? No. We're setting up for Last Gasp currently, and then everybody on Friday night stage. So it's the most exciting part. Getting a phone call. I don't know who it is. Hello, this is hanging out so I can get my stuff out of the way if I need to. My first year. This is not Last Gasp first year playing, but this is my personal first year.
Are you excited?
Yeah, definitely. I've heard that it used to be in a house, and now it's turned to something huge, and now it's in this theater, which I'm super excited about. So yeah.
That's cool. What's your name?
Nessie. I actually just dropped an album today.
3 questions to ask yourself in order to gain wisdom. Number 1, what is the most important time? Number 2, who is the most important person? And number 3, what is the most important thing to do?
Making sound, trying to
Number 1,
do the thing.
when is the most important time?
Sal, why does everybody love you so much?
Sight. I don't think that's true, but I don't know.
Well, why is everybody lying and saying they love you so much?
I don't know, because I feed people. Honestly, it's the snacks. Snacks are the way to everyone's heart. And I actually don't have snacks on me. I have no snacks on me. But yeah, why does everyone love you, Dom?
Hello.
Oh, hello. How are you?
I'm here with beer.
Oh.
Where that's supposed to go?
You can bring it back here to start.
It's a jockey box cooler.
Okay.
I'll give you a little tour. Where can I dump this shit? Hey, so this is my kitchen. It is currently full of a lot of food, soup and bread, which I hear is a tradition in the lamplight world. This is my dining room. There's some people enjoying dinner now.
Hello, I remember you.
This is the living room. Nobody's in here yet, but I'm sure people will be chilling in there in a bit. And then upstairs, another little lounge area for people to hang out in. And then this is where some of the volunteers are going to be storing some of their pictures, their cameras, uploading stuff, doing other little volunteer work that they need to do, and be close to the festival where they can kind of go back and forth.
Okay.
So
Cool.
let's do it.
I heard you're a world famous salsa dancer. Are you going to be performing?
Why does everyone keep saying that? You're not the first person who has made that claim today. Oh, Vanessa, it was you? I do love salsa, and I do enjoy it. I would not consider myself world class by any means, but I do love dancing. So.
Do you want inside? Inside. You can do that here.
Either way.
Inside's cool.
I'm down for whatever.
Pivot your position.
Sweet, thank you.
Yeah, and then so do you want like one of us at Annex and one of us at Wealthy?
Yeah, I mean you can flow if there's like no one.
Cool. And it's pretty much just like greeting people, welcoming them. There's no, you don't need us to like click to.
As far as I know, we are not doing head counting, but if someone hands you one,
begins.
Yeah.
And also if something happens or what, like, not like if something detrimental happens, but if something gets crazy here, I might come tap one of you in to deal with whatever is going on. We're just going to go roll with the punches across everything. Also, I wrote our contacts. So in case of a real like medical emergency, call 911 first and then contact a producer. These are the 3 producers, myself included, that will be primarily handling those things. My job this weekend is to kind of just be on call for whatever's necessary. So, yeah. Feel good about it?
What is something that was really challenging about setting this all up?
Oh, I think that for me, it was jumping in at the end and having an idea of what is necessary to make events happen versus the kind of like, yeah, that sounds good. Like, there are things that need decisions, and everyone just wants everything to happen, and we can do that, but like there needs to be like directive to make that happen. And we finally got there, so I feel good about it now. But just the leading up conversations and miscommunications, not miscommunications, but just when you have almost 12 people planning the same event, and then everyone only talks sometimes, and then the rest of the time everyone else is having like their own like one-on-one conversation. Some stuff falls between the cracks, but it always comes out on top. So.
Do you have any concerns?
No, I'm mostly concerned about people traveling with beer from venue to venue, because that is not okay. No one can do that. But we're on top of it, so.
Háblame de dónde vienes, te digo pa' dónde voy. Relátame tú quién eres, te digo de dónde soy. Háblame de dónde vienes, te digo pa' dónde voy. Pariente, esto va pa' largo, esto no se acaba hoy. Cuéntame en palabras que aún conozco, mírame en los ojos, háblame al oído, de lugares concurridos, de tiempos, amores míos. Cuéntame en
So, in a few days, we're gonna have the most important gig of the year, right? On Tuesday. We're not gonna be playing together. All of us are gonna be separately in a voting booth. Voting, right? Next Tuesday, don't forget about that. There is one mission, and that mission only is to defeat white supremacy. That's it. And this is opportunity. We're gonna do it together, right? This song is called Sin Fronteras. Let's go. decirte que así como así me podrías sacar la puerta y yo me quedaría como sin nada. Debes de saber que siempre he estado aquí humillándome, hambriento y maltratado y esperando que legisle mis raíces. Yo siempre he estado aquí, aquí quiero vivir, aquí quiero morir cuando quiera. Y Dios estar aquí, déjanos ser feliz, por eso yo vivo sin fronteras. Sin fronteras. Sin fronteras.
Palabras que aún conozco, mírame los ojos, hablan al oído, de lugares concurridos, el tiempo es mío. Dice que razones faltan, pero les digo que no, razones nunca se acaban, el que me acabó soy yo.
I'm most excited about the Moth Story Hour, that's tomorrow, but I'm also looking forward to seeing Breathe I Will Breathe tonight.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is your first Lamplight?
It is, yeah.
In the fortress of the mind, you're on the footpath. In the fortress of the mind, with the crickets on the fence, and the tape player in the moon. That was me looking for you in another lifetime, bleeding through. I saw the ferns move on. I saw the ferns move on. Fossilized mixtapes in a dried up riverbed. The sculpture of a life led, shattered into a million pieces. Swamp Thing hands you a man. Don't you repeat this. We love you, we always have, but now she needs you. I saw the ferns move on. I saw the ferns move on. I've got this weight, it weighs on me. There's no real way to see you. I've got this weight, it weighs on me. There's no real way to see you. In the fortress of the mind, not a day goes by
played some tunes, took some photos.
Oh, you played tunes. Where'd you play tunes at?
I played at the Annex.
Oh, where? What time?
Yeah, I played at 9 p.m. with Whom.
Oh, that's cool.
It was super fun. Got a bunch of people grooving.
Oh, that's who did the interview yesterday.
You did?
Whom? They did an interview here, right?
Oh yeah, we did an interview right over there.
Oh, right on.
Happy ever after till the day you die. Careful what you ask for, don't know till you try.
Opportunities to be active. I know. What are some of those that you like to do?
My love is pure, like the ocean floor. Save you had a reason to dive.
This is the brain.
Finding
room is the
your
brain.
time and your peace of mind, flowing through the cobwebs of love. I can see you on Saturn spells, swishing around the great divine. Why leave home when there's TV?
Yeah. Yeah, I think having like positive morale so that everybody else can like keep moving. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I think I'm just like not feeling super positive right now, so I don't know.
Why not?
I don't know. It's just hard to like have expectations of how you think things are gonna go, and then they don't go that way. And like, I don't think anything's going like poorly. It's just there's so much that we like don't know. Like, there's just a lot that we don't know, and it's just very scary being in that space. So.
How long did you work on this before Friday? Like, if you in like weeks maybe or days at least.
Work like on the whole festival, like months. Yeah, like I started working on this in May. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Ah. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, it's just going differently than I expected. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like after tonight, I think, yeah, how tonight goes is gonna like determine a lot. Yeah, I just hope people show up. But we've done everything we possibly can, and we've like done our best job to like try and get everything to like where it is. So like it's kind of, the train's just like running now.
My eyes
And
sitting low like they hit switches.
can't
I'm
really,
giving gifts like Santa do his
change much.
Christmas.
So
Might just put
gonna have
another
to
bitch on wish list. She get wishless, feeling like she misses clauseless instance. I be
So,
far away.
yeah.
Cosmic distance, tip on feelings, catch a flight out of sight, out of mind, out of
I knew I was
body,
gonna cry.
out of
Just
time,
kidding.
out of lives, out of lies. I'm so
Couldn't
high,
do it.
my tear ducts crystallize and cry down.
What's the hardest dish to get clean at
I
Lamplight?
hit the islands.
The hardest what?
Dish to get clean at Lamplight.
Oh gosh, the roasted veggie tray. It's like baked on. Yeah, that's kind of hard.
If I miss it, then I miss it. I don't want for nothing. Buses coming, buses go. Yeah, they
Janet
got
called me
me
up and
done.
said, "Hey Maxie, I got 4 tickets to the U.S. Open. You want to go?" I said, "Janet, what the fuck is the U.S. Open?"
So my name is Maxie Jones, and I'm a regular storyteller at the Moth in Detroit and in Ann Arbor and wherever else I can get to one. It's something that I love to do. So when Lamplight Music Festival came up last year, Patty Wheeler, who was the producer of the Moth, invited me to come along, and I came last year, and I just had such a wonderful time that she brought me back again to do it this year, and hopefully I'll do it continually.
So we went all the way back down to the ground level. We showed the usher our tickets. The usher looks at them and he goes, I'm like, dude, what's up with this? You're the second guy who said, what's going on, man? He goes, you guys don't belong over here. You belong over there. And where he pointed, there was a gentleman standing in what looked like a tuxedo and white gloves. And over his head it said, to the sweets. He said, the sweets? What is that? And the guy, we walk over to the guy, we hand him our tickets, and he looks at them and he goes,
Like, okay, I want to give you a thing that I thought was normal. When we would have lunch, they would bring in a quartet to play Vivaldi while we were eating lunch, and no one said a thing because, my God, Vivaldi. Like, you wouldn't dare speak. I remember one of the teachers coming in and reciting The Raven during the week of Halloween while we were eating lunch. I'm talking 1st through 4th grade. Can you picture being in a gym with 1st through 4th grade kids reciting The Raven while they're eating lunch and you can hear a pin drop? That was who we were, and they were going to unleash us into the world. It's a
So what's your name again?
My name is Lee Leandro for the Hispanic community. My name is Leandro. Yeah, that's my name.
So what are you doing here?
Media. I take photos. I'm a photographer. You know, catch me with the 24 millimeter 1.4 or a 70 to 200. 2.8.
How did you get involved with Lamplight Festival?
How did I get into it? Went to it 2 years ago. Haven't been back since. But like when I went, it was a good time. It was a good experience. And a friend asked me to be a part of it this year, so I said yes, because you have to do it for the homies, no matter how much you just want to be at home. But there's gonna be a lot of dope bands, and I'm excited.
Introduction. How about that? I'm Archie. I play bass and Whom, Wisp, and Seth Beck, the Seth Beck group. Lamplight's cool, Lamplight's great, full of love, happiness, and joy. I'm excited.
I don't think I even need to ask you a question now.
We did it.
How you been? Good. You're dad now, man. Oh shit.
Thank you all for coming out.
Summer ends. Feeling really happy and relieved that my set's done and I can just relax and enjoy music.
Well, besides serenading people, we'll tell people what's your name? Sorry.
My name's Jen Mead.
My name's Maria.
Yeah.
Maria Mead.
Jen's sister. Sister. Yeah. She lives in Chicago and she came to play.
I'm doing all right. Yeah. Just blasting, you know? That's how it works.
25?
Yeah.
Pretty tired from today?
Not super tired. Just kind of a little bit exhausted from the like greet, stop and talk, a lot of standing, a lot of conversations. So I've been finding myself needing to just go upstairs and do Shavasana by myself for periods of time.
Is it like this every year? Like as far as that feeling?
Yeah, there's usually a breakdown that happens in the middle of it, middle of Saturday. So, yeah, it's normal.
How do you feel so far on your second day?
I feel good.
Yeah?
I feel good. Yeah, it's been going really well. I was getting to like the grump stage, if you will, where it's like, not everything is perfect, but imperfection is the most beautiful thing.
Yeah, for sure.
I want to catch a second of this. on my shirt yesterday. Oh, great. There were some beans in there. I heard it had beer in it.
Really?
Yeah.
They ran out. The kegs were tapped.
That's why.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The Omeland squash.
Jeff, where are you from?
Originally Massachusetts.
How far did you come to be here today?
Thousands of miles. Long ass drive.
And the only question I have is, would you go 1,000 more for Lamplight?
I would walk 5,000 miles for Lamplight.
Let's sing this song now. Let's sing this song. We have a song of love. We have a song of love. Dynamo for Dixie, devil of my heart, where the cotton meets the corn. A bad man can make a real good start. It goes 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Slayers in the hollow, he's breathing filthy air. Delta Queen just needs a spit shine. Bash the tangles from a long gone. Here she goes. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. 6, 6, 6. Lookout Mountain, I watched the battle above the clouds. It was on the TV in the gift shop. Another war with the volume turned down. They go 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6.
today. What are you gonna do with the rest of your night?
Well, I'm gonna go dance. I'm gonna dance hard. Probably gonna check some IDs pretty hard too, because I didn't get a volunteer for that shit.
Slumber is a stranger when you're on my mind. Amble in the moonlight just to pass the time. Call me on the weekends, baby. It's your calling that keeps haunting me. Once I have you back, you can never leave. Everlasting visions, you are all I see. Love takes sacrifice. Won't you be my little lamb so you're out? You are my woman, and I'll always treat you right.
What time does your day start tomorrow?
9:30.
9:30?
I'm gonna be at hospitality at 9:30, and then I hope the theater will be open for us to start taking furniture out, but
Yeah.
if not, we'll just have coffee and hang out.
How'd Saturday go?
Thank you for planning this. It's been like some life moments. Sugar Candy Mountain, no one believes me though, is one of my fucking favorite modern
Oh,
bands.
nice.
I cried several times.
Nice.
Vanessa shot a wedding with me and she's like, you need to photograph Sugar Candy Mountain. And I was like, wait, did you say Sugar Candy Mountain? She's like, yeah, give me a spot. And I was like,
That's
what?
so cool.
Like,
Nice.
I edit all the time and their music is like what gets me through. I went to LA and played their song on my phone and walked down the streets. So I
Wow.
like pretended I was in LA and like I wasn't in LA, but their music helped me.
Wow.
I was backstage and I just couldn't, it was like a life moment. Like it's just random, like your favorite band in this tiny venue. No one really knows who they are and they're all just there for you. And she did something special. She put red lipstick on in the mirror with the, like the lights, you know, and I shot a film photo with it and then my heart just kept fluttering and it couldn't stop after that.
Wow. That's an awesome story.
Yeah, so
So
I feel
cool.
really lucky that they're here. This is so
Yeah.
random.
Saturday.
My friends. I have friends with LA Witch, Froth, Cosmonauts, this tiny niche of like weird psych
Yeah,
garage.
like weird psych stuff. That's cool.
And we all know the same people, and it's like, you're here.
It's not a big world.
No, it's
not
just
a big
for.
world.
I wish that other people would clean it up for me. Though. Because then it would be so much easier.
What kind of soup is that?
It's a butternut celery root soup with carrots and rutabaga.
Tight.
Tastes pretty good.
Is this the last soup at Lamplight?
It is. If I have anything to do with it, I'm not making any more soup.
Come by Sunday, we'll make
It happened, it's done, it's over, the outcome is what it is.
just to hear you say that you will pass by my way. We'll take the highway until we're gone.
This wouldn't have happened without everybody who like brought this piece of paper to this one place that needed to go there and like put this thing here and did that thing and like told that person to, you know, there were just like there were so many moving parts to it, and yeah, it was a good lesson for me to like learn to ask for help and not just I think we're both the same where we like to do everything ourselves to improve ourselves, but it was really important to ask for help. Yeah. Because there was help available and people were willing and eager here, and so it was, and we did that all weekend. And it was great.
Sunlight, find my mind has gone again. I'm up amongst the clouds when I hear preachers.
Yeah, I was sharing the same sentiments of all of a sudden just realizing like, alright, if shit goes wrong, that's on me. Like if a band doesn't show up, I probably didn't advance them and tell them to come, but Saturday night I was sitting there and it's like, alright, every band is here, because I literally told them what time and where to go, and like, it was just this huge form of accountability that I knew. I mean, not only is there no one to blame, but I'm just responsible for all of it, and that feels really good, because that is the scariest feeling ever, and it really helps you get your shit together. Where, yeah, it's just like, you know, I've never had a role that big.
Like, I keep thinking about the word catalyst and like you have this one thing that affects like 3 things around it, and then those 3 things around it affect the 10 things around it, and the 10, it like sort of like that ripple in the pond. Like I feel like I saw so many really small moments throughout the weekend of people being affected by music and by art and by culture and by their neighbors.
How much weight do you parking home? So come by Sunday, we'll find that Monday's not far behind.
Like you might go cry in the back closet for a little bit, but then you'll come back with a smile and like some mascara on your cheek.
How many times do you think you cried this weekend?
I mean, yesterday alone, probably 6. Yesterday wasn't bad. Well, it wasn't bad, it was difficult. Yeah.
Alright, last question. What does the sequel to this movie look like?
Oh, we're on a beach somewhere. Just floating. It's gonna be a houseboat music festival. Oh, I've grown my mullet back at that point. Jeez.